Hello, I'm Alicia and welcome back to my channel, Whimsy Alley Cosplay. And what I wanted to show you today was how I did the weathering for my cloak from my Betty cosplay from the comic series Rat Queens. So this is it right here. And weathering and distressing a garment is a great way to bring your cosplay to life. The key is to make the piece look like lived in, well used, without going overboard. Like an adventure on the road, for example, isn't going to have a, fresh cloak like right off the shelf. It's gonna be muddy from traveling, going in caves, like getting in battles, like being out under the sun. So that's what I focused on. A couple points for this cloak are mainly the shoulders and like the bottom of the cloak. So without further ado, let's jump into it and I can show you how I did it. Before you jump right in, make sure to practice on some scrap material from the garment you want to weather. This way you have an idea of what to do before you tackle your final product. Be careful not to sand all the way through the material, unless that's what you're going for. The first step I took in weathering my cloak was to do some sandpapering to wear down the fabric on the shoulders and along the hem. First, I tried the cloak on to mark where on the shoulders I need to wear down. Then I moved it to my dress form to start sanding. I'm using 120 grit here. Onto the table now to sand and rough up the hem. I wanted to avoid tattering the hem completely because I'm going for a more well-worn look, not a been-through-hell look. Don't forget to sand the inside of the cloak bottom also. The second step is going to be adding in some colors with the airbrush. Feel free to experiment with dry brushing for a similar effect, but airbrushing is pretty quick once you get the hang of it. To create the effect of sun bleaching, like when the sun is shining down onto the top of the shoulders, for example, and bleaching out the fabric, use a lighter color that is a similar shade to your base fabric, and airbrush it over the same areas on the shoulders where you hit it with the sandpaper. For muddying up the hemline, use darker colors like dark brown and black. Try to make it look random for a more natural effect. Mud puddles don't splash in a nice straight line after all. And there we go! A little bit of weathering can go a long ways and helps to make the cosplay feel more realistic. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Like and subscribe for more tutorials and videos, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!